This semester, we're going to be developing a definition of religion. We're going to be thinking about the characteristics of religion. Without these things, it just wouldn't be religion. And we're going to be thinking about the role religion plays in society. Why do we have religion in the first place? Now, if you're thinking, I don't know a huge amount about religion, that's why I took an introduction to religion class, that's just fine. That's all you need to complete this first assignment. Even if you don't have a huge amount of experience with religion, if you've never been to church before in your life, you still have an idea about what this word religion means. So I want to dig into coming into this class. What do we think religion is? And where did we get those ideas about what religion is? So think about your experience and let's begin writing our definition. So if we come down here to the week 2 module, you'll find links to the definition of religion assignment. So if you see this pencil and paper icon, that means it's an assignment. These dialog boxes are a discussion. So I do want you to post your definition in both of these places, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's first come here to the definition of religion assignment. Okay, I have a PDF right here that's going to explain everything about this assignment. I'm not going to read the whole thing with you, but I want to draw your attention to just a couple of things. So this explains what I'm looking for in the definition. And remember that the first chapter of your book does talk about defining religion. You're welcome to use that as a starting point, get some ideas about what to include in your own definition, but I want this to be your definition. Put it in your words. These are your ideas. Okay, so come down here. Okay, so I'm only looking for 1 to 2 pages with this first assignment. And if you come down here to my grading criteria, this explains what I'm looking for in a definition. Now, I said I wanted characteristics of religion. I'm looking for at least 3. If you have more than that, that's great. But remember, if you list them in your definition, I'm going to expect a section in your paper that is developing that particular idea. So only bring into your definition that single sentence that summarizes your definition. Only bring in those things that you're going to be talking about in the body of your paper. Okay, I'm also looking for clear organization, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but I need to be able to follow your ideas and understand the points that you're making. Okay, now I have a definition of religion example here, and as I said in the assignment, I am not grading you on whether or not I agree or disagree with your definition. I am grading you on how clearly you've defined religion and how well you support that. So in this definition of religion, I've highlighted here the thesis, or what I've identified as the thesis. And if you see here, it identifies 3 characteristics of religion. It says a greater purpose or existence, a kind of moral code, and rituals. Okay, now a greater purpose or existence, that sounds a little bit vague to me. So in the body of your paper, you're going to explain what that idea is. And I come down here and I look, boom, that first paragraph is talking about a greater purpose or existence. Now, as you look through here, you're going to see that they also included some examples. The examples are a little vague in this first paper, and that's okay. Once we have studied these religions that you use as examples in your definition of religion, after we've looked through that chapter in the book, see how well that example still holds up. Does it need a little more refining? Does it need to be more specific? But in the first definition, just include what you know at this point coming into the class. If we come down here, I'm going to refresh this because the link is gone now. But this link right here is where you're going to post your definition, and that's where I'm going to read it, comment on it, and grade it. Now, the other thing that we're going to do is a discussion for the definition of religion. So if we come down here again to the week 2 module, click on this definition of religion discussion. What you're going to do is hit the reply button here and you can attach your definition of religion just like you'd attach a document in an email. You can also, if you prefer, cut and paste it in this box here. Either way, submit it here to the discussion, and then I'm going to want you to read each other's definitions of religions. And for the discussion grade, I'm going to expect you to reply to at least 2 other definition of religions in this discussion. And if you go back to that definition of religion PDF, it will also explain what I'm looking for in the discussion comments. I'm looking for something more than I liked your definition, I agreed with it, or I didn't agree with your definition. I want you to say something specific about the definition that you like, or make a specific critique of it that is constructive and helps the person further refine their definition of religion. So that's the assignment. I hope I've cleared up any questions you might have about it. And if you do have any more questions, please feel free to post it in the Q&A discussion, email me, but I am available to answer your questions.